What's going on, guys? Having a bad day is incredibly frustrating, and most times it's kind of tough to turn a bad day around once it starts to snowball downhill. So today I'd like to talk about some of the things that can trigger a bad day in hopes that you can prevent one altogether. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back, and as always, I'm glad that you're here. So if you're new to my channel, I just want to take just a second to welcome you. I'm John, and I'm the founder of 40 Over Fashion. On this channel, guys, we cover a lot of ground with subject matter and topics that relate to men's lifestyle for grown-ups. We also don't take ourselves too seriously, so please consider subscribing because I'm here at least twice a week with new videos. So as I mentioned, having a bad day is pretty horrible, but not only for you, but for the people around you as well. And since you're most likely visibly grumpy, it causes other people to see that and then they start having a bad day. Guys, it happens, I get it, and sometimes it's just one small thing that sparks it. So setting yourself up in advance to eliminate as many triggers as you can absolutely help you have a better day. So the first thing I do every morning to help set myself up to have a good day is to make my bed. I've mentioned that before in other videos, and it's just something that I do every single day. Now, I'm not perfect about it, but straightening up your bed provides a small sense of accomplishment early on in the day. It also, as a bonus, makes your bedroom visibly a lot more inviting and relaxing. It's a small mental check that when your brain sees something pleasant, you feel good. When your brain sees something messy, you tend to feel more distracted. Also, it's a nice little feeling that you already got something done so early on in the day. Guys, try it for the next week or two and you will start to see a difference in your mornings. The next thing that can help you to not have a bad day starts the night before, and that's to charge up your phone or any other electronics. Get in the habit of charging everything overnight so it's ready for you the next day. Now, if you're anything like me, once my phone starts to get lower than about 30% battery, I start to freak out and look for a charger. And I think there's probably two sets of people. One like me, whose phone is always pretty well charged up, and then the other set of people who can operate perfectly fine at just 2% battery. Either way, having your devices fully charged is a nice feeling, and it prevents the stress that comes from not having a charge when you really need one and you're running late. Speaking of running late, that's another thing that can turn an otherwise pretty good day into a bad one real fast. Now, I realize that it's not always possible to control everything, and sometimes running late isn't your fault. However, you know your daily routine better than anyone. And if you evaluate your mornings and your days over time, you'll start to see where things typically go south, and then you can plan accordingly to help prevent those things that always seem to pop up that cause you to be late. Next is something that I've been a lot more aware of recently, and that's my sugar intake. Eating too much sugar leads to mood swings and energy crashes throughout the day. If you feel that 3 p.m. energy crash and you feel like you need a can of soda or a Starbucks run to wake back up again, that's not necessarily normal. That's your body telling you that it's out of whack. Now, I'm not a nutritionist, but what you eat, and we all know this, has a significant impact on your energy levels and your mood swing. Guys, I might suggest over the next 2 weeks or so, limit your sugar intake and see how you feel throughout the day. It will be difficult at first, but once you get past those sugar cravings, you'll see a pretty big difference in how you feel. Up next is one that I can definitely relate to, and that's impatience behind the wheel, whether it's on the highway or in a parking lot. Chill out, slow down, you'll get there. People are stupid, I know, I totally get it, but allowing yourself to get completely wound up over someone else's stupidity is ridiculous. Why let it turn a good day into a bad one? I have to tell myself this all the time, and it's starting to work. Now, on the highway, I'm usually in the fast lane. I'm just trying to get to where I'm going right now. Lately, though, I've been occupying the 2 middle lanes and just kind of chilling out. And speaking of chilling out, guys, if you listen to music in the car, put on something relaxing like lo-fi or chill ambient or whatever you're into to help keep you in a relaxed and forgiving state of mind. It definitely helps. And as far as parking lots go, stop stressing about finding that perfect parking spot super close. There's plenty of parking spots a little further away, and the few extra steps are good for you anyway. Okay, bringing it back to running late really quick. Figure out your wardrobe the night before, and if you need to iron anything, handle it then, or at least allow some time in the morning for it. But I would still recommend taking care of any of your ironing stuff the night before, because you never know what might come up that next day that sets your schedule back, and now you're stressed out because you don't have time to iron your stuff. Next up, and this is something that I'm also guilty of, especially lately, is self-diagnosing your symptoms on the internet. Guys, this can really freak you out for no reason. Now, if you're having a health issue or some sort of pain or ailment, go see your doctor for a proper diagnosis. So I recently looked up something about myself and it started talking about cancer stuff, and it really bugged me for a few days, and I finally had to tell myself that what I read was just an article about someone else. It was not a real diagnosis for me, so please go see a doctor if you really have something going on and get an actual proper diagnosis. All right, guys, like I mentioned earlier, please consider subscribing here and hitting that thumbs up button, because the entire reason this channel exists is to prove that it's never too late and you're never too old to make a change in your life or start something new. Gentlemen, I will see you in just a few days for a brand new video, but until then, live well, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon.